Welcome to my review of WWE Superstar Spectacle, where we have the biggest names: Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, Roman Reigns, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, all in action. Okay, no, it's not that kind of spectacle. It's a spectacle, but not that kind of spectacle. Well, we have your favorites like Guru, Serena, sher, um, those guys. Yeah. So based on excitement from, if you don't know these guys, you're probably not gonna be very excited. But let's just get with the review of Superstar Spectacle. So let's get this out of the way. I don't watch NXT. I have stated this 1,000 times on my channel. I don't. I have my reasons. So I can just say and tell you, in all honesty, I miss watching Finn Balor wrestle. And seeing him wrestle for the longest time made me really happy as a wrestling fan. So it was Finn Balor versus Guru Raja, something like that. I don't know, some of these names like I can't really say. And honestly, it was an okay match. It was back and forth. Guru was given time to shine, which is, you would think the NXT champion is just going to destroy him. But no, it was actually, for the most part, yeah, Finn Balor had his moments here and there, but it was mostly back and forth. And Guru, there was nothing here impressive. No, nothing 5-star. But it was definitely a decent match to get started with the pay-per-view or live event, special event, however you want to call it. These special events, to me, they're like pay-per-views. I don't care what wording they use. It is not Raw. It is not SmackDown. It is not NXT. So I just consider it pay-per-view. Whatever. And honestly, by the end of the match, Finn Balor won with the coup de grace and his other move, which I can't even remember the name of. And he actually got him up, and, they shook hands, sign of respect. I like that. Like I said, I haven't watched NXT. I haven't seen Finn wrestle in months. It was a good match overall. Honestly, I give it an up. I really did enjoy this one. Like I said, nothing 5-star. Let me just say this out right now. There was nothing 5-star in this special event, live event, whatever. But we got off in the right foot. We started the night great. I am 2 days late on this review, just so you know. And honestly, I was happy with what I got here. And I was actually excited to see the rest of the card because we started off with a pretty decent, good match. And for the record, I believe the Finn Balor winning was the right call. I know this was an Indian event to showcase, the Indian talent. It was Republic Day, I think it was, they said. But Finn Balor is still your NXT champion. So you got to keep him strong no matter what. So I think him winning here was the right call. Should we have started with, one of the Indian talents losing on an Indian special event? Probably not. But Finn winning here was the right move. Then we have Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Dilsher Shanky, and Giant Sanjir versus Dolph Ziggler, King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah. And honestly, it was a fun tag match. Everyone played their part. Just from seeing the guys in this match, you're going to already expect to know what's going on. You have two guys who are huge, 7-foot tall guys, just teaming up with two little guys. You expect the little guys to kind of get trashed, and the big guys just go around destroying. That's pretty much what happened. I mean, Ricochet did have his time to shine, including busting a move dancing there. Cesaro then mocked them later on in the match. And it was a fun match. I like these types of matches, but it was nothing special. It was just standard 8-man tag team match. But I can honestly say, these guys might be 7 foot tall, and they're huge, but they move around the ring pretty good. The Great Khali, who came before them as a big, talent like that, was not the best at moving around the ring. Made his matches kind of hard to watch sometimes. He was really, really stiff. But these guys, not the best. They're somewhat still green, but they definitely do move and show promise to see what they can do later on. And honestly, the faces won. What did you expect? With, an assist from Rey Mysterio, who hit the 619 and then just jumped from Dilsher Shanky. I can't with these names. The match is getting up. It was a fun tag match. Like I said, it's just standard tag match. When you have two big guys, two small guys, you know what to expect if you watch wrestling. If you don't, then it might surprise you. But I think if you're watching this video, you watch wrestling, so you know. I know. Yeah. And honestly, like I said, I enjoyed it. So let's move on to the next match. After two pretty good openers, I honestly feel like things kind of went downhill from here. Because honestly, when you think of AJ Styles and vsjeetrama, okay, maybe not when you think of vsjeetrama, but when you think of AJ Styles, you think the phenomenal one. 5-star matches, high quality matches that are going to steal the show. Now, I don't know vsjeetrama, but the way the commentators were putting him over, he must be a big deal. He won I don't know how many awards and stuff like that. And honestly, the match was not very good. AJ kind of dominated early on, and then honestly, like, there was nothing spectacular. And I thought this match was going to be great because of AJ Styles. I thought he was going to carry this match. But honestly, the match just was mediocre at best. And honestly, like, again, the way the commentators were putting this guy over, I was expecting, something phenomenal. No pun intended. And the thing is, vsjeetrama lost. So that was another match where, it almost seemed like the Indian talent could only win the tag team matches because there were only 2 singles matches and they both lost to Finn and AJ. Now, AJ did win by cheating, thanks to Amos, who not pushed, he kind of held into AJ Styles when this guy was going to jump from the top rope with AJ. He kind of held him, he fell, and then AJ hit him with the phenomenal forearm. This is getting it down. Honestly, I walked in here thinking, okay, you know what, I'm going to get a good match. This is AJ Styles. The same way Finn Balor pretty much carried the other guy, Guru, into a pretty decent, good match. I thought AJ was going to be doing the same thing. But honestly, it just gets down. I honestly didn't really have a good time. And this was the first match of the night where I was like, okay, the first 2 matches were good. Maybe not everything will. Now, the last match, I was excited because AJ Styles was in it, and I had hopes for it. And this one's the complete opposite. I could care less about Charlotte. I could care less about Natalya. I don't know Serena. The only thing I was looking forward to in this match was Bayley. And honestly, this match was just, Serena is quite green. I mean, she did some, okay stuff, but nothing spectacular, definitely. Charlotte, I can't just stand her. And the match was just another, mediocre bout. This is when I realized this event, is supposed to showcase these Indian talents, and they really don't. They are performing, but they're not giving you anything like spectacle, And honestly, maybe I think they did the right thing having these matches with main roster guys. But honestly, I did not enjoy myself in this match. In fact, I was quite bored. And like I said, it doesn't help that I could care less about the talent. At least I cared about AJ, Cesaro, Shinsuke, Finn, and the other match. But here, when I only care about Bayley, and she's barely in it, and Serena, guys, I don't care. I don't care. And like I said, I was bored. And I would probably think, to me, this and the AJ one were definitely the weakest part of the night. So it gets it down for me, for sure. I think Serena has talent. She did do, some stuff, but I at the same time, there was some stuff I'm like, okay, she's not really ready for, true stardom, which is funny because they mentioned the fact that she was trained by the same person who trained Bayley, but clearly she's not at that level yet. Maybe someday. It gets a down for me. In the main event, we had Drew McIntyre, Sher's the name of the team, versus Jinder Mahal and the Bollywood Boys. No, let me do that again. Presenting to you the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. Okay, let's not do that. I'm not trying to get a copyright for this shit. So, yeah, it was Jinder's return. because he was hurt, and I was excited. This is actually the match I was most excited for. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. 3MB going at it. Well, minus Heath Slater. But here's the thing. I like the Singh brothers or the Bollywood boys. But when you see Drew and the other two guys, so huge compared to them, they pretty much just got destroyed the whole time. So Jinder's really the only one who really did anything, which is cool. But yeah, this was an easy victory for Drew McIntyre and Sher. I actually liked them out of anybody. I like the look they have. I like their character, at least the characters they show, which was really nothing. And actually, this was probably the best match of the night. Probably. I mean, nothing in this match or any other match really stole the show or created any spectacle. But honestly, this was probably the best thing. And it gets an up. I was excited for the match. And, you know, I hope Drew and Jinder go at it one-on-one one day. But let me not cross my fingers on that. But yeah, it gets an up. It was honestly probably the best match of the night. Nothing 5-star, but definitely probably the best match of the night. I enjoyed it. Had a good time with it. Short. Almost every match in here was short. The whole thing was like an hour and a half with stuff in between. So it gets an up from me. So, was Superstar Spectacle a spectacle? No, it wasn't. It gets 3 ups and 2 downs in terms of matches. But honestly, the problem is even the matches that were okay and good and decent, nothing felt like a spectacle. Everything was either mediocre or by the numbers, you know, stuff that you expect. Nothing like out of this world. Overall, it was a mediocre watch. Nothing great. There was some decent stuff. Some alright stuff like the Finn Balor match, the 8-man tag match, and the main event were okay and good. I enjoyed them. I gave them ups. But then the other two really aren't that great. But coming in at 1 hour and 30 minutes overall, it wasn't that long to bother me. It's alright. It gets, you know, I think they did the right thing having the talent going up against the main roster guys. I think if you would have had random guys versus random guys or barely known versus barely known guys, people truly wouldn't have cared then. But at least this way, it's why it piqued my interest because of the main roster guys. So I think they went about it the right way. So we'll see what's next for some of these guys if we ever see them again, if they ever do another spectacle. But until now, I'll see you guys in my review of the Royal Rumble this Sunday. This has been Brian Redgrave. Like the video if you like. Share the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment your opinions. Did you watch this Superstar Spectacle? Let me know. Like I said, this has been Brian Redgrave. Redgrave, out.